question number 9. The winter mix contains 3 different things. For every 2 grams of this, there are 3 of that and 5 of that. How much millet is there in an 850 gram bag? So there are 10 grams in the 2 plus 3 plus 5. So altogether, 2 plus 3 plus 5 gives us 10. So every 10 grams contains 2 of buckwheat, 3 of millet, and 5 of sunflower. So in 850, divide that by 10, there'll be 85 lots of this ratio of 235. And we're on about the one with millet, so that will be 85 times 3, which is 255 grams of millet. Part B. So exactly 5 kilograms. She did pay the least possible, and we need to work out how much she paid altogether. So we need to decide how many combinations there are to make 5 kilograms. So we could have a 4 kilogram plus 4 lots of the 250 grams. We could do it that way. We could say to make 5 kilograms, if she had 20, just 20 of the 250 gram bags, that would also make 5,000 grams, which is the 5 kilograms she wants. Now the 300 are there for a reason, so we need to use the 300. How close can we get in the 3 times table up to 50? So how many 300 grams can we get towards 5,000? So 4,800 could be found using the 300 gram bags, because 300 goes into 4,800 exactly, but that is no use to us because then we'd have 200 grams left to find, which we can't buy. 4,500 goes in as well, which would be 15 300 gram bags would give her 4,500, and then we can top that up using the 250s. So we also have the scenario of 15 300 gram bags plus 2 250 gram bags. As far as I can see, they are the 3 most common, but there is an alternative as well. We could have 10 300 gram bags, which makes 3,000, plus 8 250 gram bags, which gives us the extra 2,000. That makes 5. So the 4 possible scenarios are the 4 we've got here, and then we just need to work out which one obviously costs the least. So for scenario 1, if we number these 4 scenarios and then we work them out separately. So these are the 4 scenarios. So scenario 1, we have £7.60 plus 4 lots of 49p. So that is £1. So we've got 4 lots of 49 pence. So 4 9s are 36, 4 4s are 16, plus 6 is 22, plus the 5 is 25, carry the 2, 7 8 9, so that would cost £9.56. Scenario 2, 20 lots of 49 pence. Well, 10 lots would be £4.90, so 20 lots would be £9.80. Before we even, well, that is it for scenario 2. That's obviously more expensive, so we can ignore scenario 2. Scenario 3, 15 lots at 54p. So we've got 15 54s. Well, 10 would be £5.40, and then 5 would be £2.70. So we get £8.10 there so far, but we also need to add on then 2 250s, which are 98p. So we're going to have to add another 98p onto there. So we get 8, 10, £9 and 8. So this is now the cheapest, so we can ignore this one. And then we have the final scenario, 10 lots of 300, which would be £5.40, and then we need 8 49p's. So 10 49s would be £4.90, take away 98 from that, we're going to be on at £3.92, so we're going to have to add £3.92 onto this, 2, 13, 5, 8, 9, that's too expensive as well, so this is the cheapest scenario. That is what she must have spent, and you just need to explain that as you go along in words. Question 10, quite a tough question. So all the tiles are regular polygons, 2 12-sided together and a different one in between. they tessellate. What tessellate means is that they fit together perfectly, and if you rotated them, they would constantly fit together perfectly. So we have three shapes meeting at some point here. This one is a 12-sided shape, so is this one. We need to work out how many sides this one's got here. Now, in a 12-sided shape, we know that all the angles add up to n minus 2 times 180. And because it's regular, we can divide that by n to work out exactly what that one interior angle will be. So this is 12 minus 2 times 180 divided by 12. So 10 times 180 divided by 12. So this is 1,800 divided by 12. So how many 12s go into 1,800? Just do a division sum. 12 into 1,800. 12 into 1 doesn't go. 12 into 18 is 1 with 6 left over. 12 into 60 is 5. 12 into 0 is nothing. So it's 150 degrees. So this angle here must be 150 degrees. This angle here must be 150 degrees. We need to find out the one that goes in the gap. Those three meeting at a point. So we know 150 plus 150 plus x must add up to 360 because they meet at a point. So we get 300 plus x equals 360. So x equals 360 minus 300. So x equals 60. So we need a regular shape where the interior angle is 60. Now hopefully you would recognise that that is obviously an equilateral triangle. So the question, number of sides of the third tile, the answer is 3 sides. If you weren't sure that the interior angles of equilateral triangle was 60, you would have to use this formula again to work out what the number of sides would be. Going in reverse with 60 being equal to n minus 2 times 180 divided by n, and then rearranging it to find n. Question 11. As soon as you see two people spending money on buying stuff, you can assume this is probably going to be simultaneous equations. So we've got this person, Iona, has bought 2 lots of blackcurrant plus 3 lots of water and spent £2.04. David has bought 4 lots of blackcurrant and 1 water, and it's cost him £2.48. And we need to work out how much each one costs. I'm going to times the top one by 2 so that they will both have bought 4 blackcurrants. So 4 blackcurrant plus 6 water would be £4.08, and we're going to keep the bottom one as it was. 48, sorry. And then again, these sides are the same, so I'm going to subtract. So I get 5 waters are equal to 8 minus 8 is nothing. Borrow from there. So 5 waters are worth £1.60. So water is £1.60 divided by 5. So I've got to work out how many 5s go to £1.60, and that is 32 pence for water. Once I know water, I can find how much the blackcurrant is. Now I'm going to use the second equation because then I've only got 1 water. So 4 blackcurrant plus 1 water equals £2.48. Now you need to be careful here because this is actually in pounds 0.32 pound, or you could turn that into 248 pence. So 4 blackcurrants are £2.48 minus the 0.32. So 4 blackcurrants are £2.16. So 1 blackcurrant is £2.16 divided by 4. So 1 blackcurrant is 54 pence. So if they give you lines to write these answers on, use them. 54 pence and 32 pence. Question 12. Find a common denominator. This is 6. So I'm going to times each fraction by 6. That's the first thing I'm going to write down. I'm not going to do anything else. I'm just going to write that down. Then I'm going to scrap these fractions because 6 divided by 6 is nothing. 1 even. 6 divided by 3 is 2. And then 6 divided by 6 again is 1. Then I'm left with 6 plus x plus 2 times 2, which is 4, plus 2 times minus 3, which is minus 6x, is equal to 31. I've got a very simple equation now that I can just work out. So 6 plus 4 is 10, plus x minus 6x is minus 5x, is equal to 31. I'm going to take the 5x over so it becomes positive and bring the 31 over. So I get 10 minus 31 equals 5x. So minus 21 equals 5x. Minus 21 divided by 5 equals x. So that's 4 and a fifth, but don't forget it's negative, is equal to x. factorise this. So I'm going to expand all the brackets initially and then try and refactorise it afterwards. So I get 2 times by, now this x plus 3 all squared is in effect this, and then I'm going to use FOIL. So I get x squared plus 6x plus 9, and then I'm going to expand that as well, minus 4x minus 12. Expand this out here, 2x squared plus 12x plus 18 minus 4x minus 12, collect like terms, 2x squared plus 12 minus 4 is plus 8x, plus 18 minus 12 is plus 6, and then I need to factorise this. Now, I'm looking for numbers that add and numbers that multiply. They need to multiply to make 12 and they need to add to make 8. So 2 and 6, so I'm going to split this into a 2x and a 6x. And then I'm going to factorise the first half and second half separately. So in here I've got a 2x common, and then I need an x plus 1. And in here I've got a 6 common, and I need an x plus 1. So my two brackets are 2x plus 6 and x plus